What's up? What it do? Now, a lot of times real life kind of spills over into the internet, and I think anybody who has an internet presence pretty much understand that. So for me, I deal with a lot of law and I deal with a lot of true crime, but the spotlight has found itself upon me this go round now. For those of y'all that's just learning about me, learning about my platform, you may not know that when I first came on a scene on the internet through Facebook and all them other joints, but just promoting my writing and my literature, right? That I already spoke about, the things that led me to prison as a kid, basically as a teenager. Let's say a teenager, right? And as I've evolved in this free world, I've been home for 15 years. I went to jail in 1993, 16. I've done different things with the youth, and I've done different things to warn people about things that I've been through. But for some reason, in the process of researching people's cases, I came across a case of a person. I don't even want to say their name because they've been going to the prosecutor's office on me, saying that I'm harassing them and bullying them, when all actuality, this is all they're doing. But let me stay focused. Once I found out that they had a secret agreement with the government to provide information at any time, I posted that paperwork. They told some lies and said that I was doing that to spite them and to spite their son. We talking about me. So, as of recently, they got a friend or somebody that work in the court building. Because I'm going to make this whole month going to be about this. I'm going to defend my honor and defend my name. They alleging that I'm a rat. They alleging that I told on somebody as a kid. If they can find it and they got a friend that can secretly pull it up on the internet, I'm going to the court building tomorrow and I'm going to ask for my records. I don't care if the records are in Colorado. I'm going to get them. But let me just address this so y'all know what this is as we go on with this until I can show y'all everything pertaining to me. At 16 years old, I was arrested for murder. During the process of being arrested for murder as a juvenile in D.C., and I don't know how the waiver system going nowhere else, but in D.C. in the 90s, if you got a Title 16 and they waived you as a juvenile, this is how the process would go. The police would arrest you. The police would take you to a police station. In my case, it was 4D. From 4D, you would go to homicide. If you choose to talk to homicide, that's on you. If not, you'll wait there for another transport, and you will go to what was called the receiving home. That's juvenile booking in D.C. They now call it YSC. I don't have the paperwork yet, but I just want to get started. I'm going to go get the paperwork. Allegedly, this person that's trying this smear campaign against me to allege that I'm a rat has a friend that pulled up the first part of my case with my case number on it. After they did that, they added some other papers into my case. They come from another document. I don't know where that is. It's not a part of my case. To my knowledge, there's no case number on that. So if you're one of the people that are just waiting to laugh and say, oh, Eyone is a rat, hold your breath. But there are no case numbers on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get all the cases and put them together. Now, at some point in time in my crime, they don't know this. I don't think I ever revealed this. But in my 16-year-old mind, because of some events I'm not going to go into right now, but I'm going to go into all the rats and all the informants that told on me. Everybody told on me. But at some point in the crime, in my 16-year-old mind, I thought that I could fight the charge based on self-defense. But before I thought that I could beat the charge on self-defense, in my mind, like most people do that commit a crime, they disassociate themselves from the crime. So when the police first asked me about the crime upon arrest, I believe, I got to get the paperwork, so don't hold me to this. But I know somewhere between the police station and the homicide, I know that they asked me about the crime, and I said that I didn't do the crime and I wasn't there, and I was at a hotel with my girlfriend. There's a specific wording that they cut off of this. I think I can try to show you the piece that they showed you just right now so we can start this and I can build this all the way up to ratting. But nevertheless, they go through this motion and they said that my lawyer filed a motion to suppress. So now the troll is, and I'm not dealing with trolls, I'm dealing with real life. Now they said that, oh, E, you gave up your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and you waived your Miranda rights. I'm an advocate of never waiving your Miranda rights. I'm an advocate of the Fifth Amendment now in my 40s. At 16 years old, I didn't know what the Fifth Amendment was. I didn't know what the Fourth Amendment was. But I knew not to tell on nobody. I knew that in the process of me coming up with what I thought was an alibi, which is what an alibi is, to say that I was not at the scene of the crime, I did not do the shooting, which I pled guilty to 7 months later. Let's not forget this. I pled guilty to this crime. Got 15 to life, served 17 years in prison on this around all the men from DC, bro. No one has ever played with me like this. No one has ever created no fake paperwork and mixed no fake paperwork in it. So I want y'all to follow this journey. I have all the right and all the reason now to go into this. So in the process of going through what you go through with your pre-trial motions, I already told you that my lawyer filed a motion to suppress a statement that they said I made. I told my lawyer I never made the statement. Remember this. If I made any statement, if you just say that, yeah, my name is Eyone Williams and I went to school in this neighborhood, that is a statement. But if I made any incriminating statement, they would have to have that statement and they would have to have me to sign that statement. They have no statement that I signed. They have no statement where I spoke a word against another individual for a crime. My motion to suppress, which I've never seen, y'all gonna say, how did he never see it? When you 16 and you don't know all the things that go on in court, you don't know every motion you file. Now as an adult, I have an issue with that. I will make sure that every time that I court a case after that as an adult, I knew this. But this motion to suppress was filed without my knowledge. I never seen it until they brought up whatever's with it, which is why I'm going to go get the entire file, because they mixed things with it that was never there. But I assure you, for anybody that want to know my answer, I ain't never sat in no room with no homicide detective or no other agent and did an interview about anyone else. So when we get the defense motion, because they only showing you part of the government's motion, the government's motion doesn't even quote a transcript of a dialogue with me. They can kill it. The government motion that they allegedly found, which I'm going to have to go all the way to the court building to get, it says alleged statement. So since they want to play games with the statement, we're going to address the statement part. But nevertheless, these same people that are pushing this initiative and this agenda to say that I'm a rat, all of them are either rat supporters or I found their paperwork and it's a team of them. So instead of me crashing out, they think I'm going to crash out about my honor. Yeah, I'm upset about my honor. I'm totally upset about my honor, but I think I'm smart enough to understand that that's only on the internet. That's for people that are trolls. Real men who have done things with me in the past, in another lifetime, they still deal with me today, and they understand that. So I'm going to show you some of this motion that they got on here just to show you the parts of it. But as this week goes on, as I mix things in that I got to do in my regular life, I got to go to the DC Superior Court for another reason. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to get all the information about my records. And now I'm going to start giving y'all a little bits and pieces of Eyone Williams. So, yes, I don't have no co-defendants that's locked up like they lying. I went to jail by myself. I pled guilty to the homicide on my own. If they wanted to pull anything, they could have pulled my sentencing transcripts where what I said in open court taking responsibility for the crime. Now, I want to express remorse about the crime, right? Which is why I hardly ever talk about this crime in public. Because people got hurt in this crime that probably, people shouldn't have got hurt. And I don't just mean me or a victim in the crime. I mean, this thing spreads out into families. One family member knew another family member. It's a big old mess. But since they opening up the mess, let me say this to you. Every name in this paperwork that they got all mixed up and they playing with and they rearranging like a puzzle piece, every name, since we're going to go into this old case from 1993, this case is damn near, that's 32, 33 years old. Everybody on the case told on me. The reason I went to jail is because somebody said little Eyone did it. Little Eyone did it. Little Eyone did it. So that's just to give you a little teeny bit of what the situation is. But I'm going to start breaking my paperwork out for you, man. If anybody know anybody that Eyone ever told on, you reach out to them. You get the story. If I'm a rat, expose me. Man, I'm the biggest anti-rat that you gonna ever find that's on the internet from Washington, D.C. Don't come to me telling me that a guy that can't read, that does not read, that can't look the casework up, did not get it from Big Gun and Car. Who is Big Gun and Car? Y'all know that's Astoria Gilmore, the same person that filed the paperwork against me. The same person that got the little son that's called Lil Gun and Car that told on a gun in a car. She started it, and then she created some circle of rats or rat lovers like they're going to intimidate me, shame me, or embarrass me, bro. When you come from the walks of life that I come from, and the least of your worries is what's happening to you on the internet, You winning. I'm going to keep winning. And you rats going to keep having to find a way to attack me and attack me and attack me. And when it's done, I'm still going to be standing. Because guess what? The time to come for me not to be standing no more, the time to come for me to take my last breath is preordained by someone much bigger than you. I don't care nothing about you, Freedom Man.